Aloha! I am back with part 2, and we just defeated Freeze Man, so we get the Freeze Cracker. And the difference with all the other Mega Man games is that this weapon gets select. There's actually a conversation with Light that you can't fast forward through, but it at least explains what the weapon does, and that's useful because, you know, sometimes when you get a weapon, you're not sure exactly what it can do, you're not sure if it can bounce off walls, but in this game, he pretty much tells you, it'll do this, it'll do this. And the Freeze Cracker will shatter into other icicles if it hits a wall, just like Dr. Light told us. So it's pretty useful for, you know, covering the whole area. And now we're going for Burst Man. Burst Man stage is rather easy, and the hidden item, the rush item that we need, is easy to get. We don't need any special powers to get it, so this is a good level to start off with. So let's look at Mega Man and Bass's profile for Burst Man. He is an enthusiastic festival goer. He loves watching fireworks and shooting bombs as fireworks. A good point? He's optimistic. A bad point? He's happy-go-lucky. What's wrong with being happy-go-lucky? He likes night-long binges, and he dislikes steady efforts. How peculiar. I'm taking this right path because there's an energy tank at the bottom. Booyah, we got it. And energy tanks are always swell. In the NES games, you could always carry up to like 8 or 9. At least not Mega Man 2. In Mega Man 2, you could only carry 4. But in everything else, it's usually you can carry up to 9 of them. And in Mega Man 7, they've gone back to the Mega Man 2 method. So now we can only carry 4 energy tanks at a time. And I'd hold on to them because these bosses are not to be taken lightly. Here's your typical underwater part, as always, in every Mega Man game. But of course, because, you know... just watch where you're going with the spikes. The spikes are rather dangerous. One-hit kills galore. And here's a mini-boss! Now I just keep pelleting him to death, and he shoots lasers. You can jump over them, sometimes you won't, but, you know, he doesn't hurt that much. He also shoots bubbles, but if you keep just standing and shooting, it's not going to hurt you, but stay to the left. And then he charges at you, and you have to slide under that. And then he'll charge back, so slide under that. Rather easy mini-boss. Now we're levitating, watch the spikes. Don't shoot the things we're going past, because they explode and they can hurt you, and that's not friendly. And don't jump into the water, just walk into it. If you jump into the water, you're going to go down farther than you'd like and run into spikes, and that can kill you, and that's not good. Hey. And now we come to reappearing, disappearing block territory, which I hate in video games oh so much. Luckily I practiced this level before I recorded it, so I'm pretty good with it now, but thank God it's the only one I ever have to go through. There's more in the game, but I don't have to touch him ever again, so because of Rush and his great adapters. But we'll get to that when we get to it. There's the R. Just wait for the water to rise, and you can jump up and get it. Not very hard to get. In part 1, I mentioned that you have a new friend called Otto, and he was created by Dr. Light to invent items for Mega Man. In the menu, in the stage select where you have to choose your robot masters, if you push select on the Super Nintendo controller, you will go to Otto's item shop, and a lot of people didn't know that when they started the game. You get bolts from enemies, and you're not sure exactly what they're for, and they don't tell you, which is a dick move. It might have been in the instruction manual, well I'd hope so, but regardless, before I go on, this is Burst Man. And Burst Man is, a lot of people think, harder with the special weapon. In this game, special weapons make them do something. It either stuns them or it makes them repeat a single battle tactic that they're going to keep constantly doing. And this guy loves to shoot bubbles that the Freeze Cracker cannot shoot past. It's a big weapon, and for me, I just shoot it at the height of when it's moving. But the problem is when you hit him, he drops like 4 bombs, and the bombs hurt like fuck. And you have very little room and time to shoot him with that Freeze Cracker. And a lot of people think it's harder to fight him with the Freeze Cracker and a lot easier to fight him with the Mega Buster. By all means, try out your own strategy, but I like to do it with the Freeze Cracker. I don't have that big of a problem doing it with the Freeze Cracker. And all I can say is the walls are bubbly, they bounce around, the top is spiky, don't let the bubbles bring you to the top, move left and right if you get caught in a bubble, and it's a pretty okay fight. It's not easy, but it's not like Freeze Man hard. And that's all I have to say about Burst Man. Anywho, let's move on to Cloud Man. And Cloud Man, we don't necessarily need a special ability to get his rush letter either, but it certainly helps if you have Freeze Cracker here because we get to change the weather. But we'll get to that when we get to it. Cloud Man. He can levitate by the gravity controller installed in his body. A good point? He's a couch potato. No, that means he's lazy, you fucking idiots. A bad point? He can't wear shoes. What? None of the Robot Masters wear shoes. What the hell does that... What the hell difference does that make? He likes rainy seasons, and he dislikes Lightning Rod. How peculiar. There's a free man up there, but the platform is hidden by a cloud. It's basically the same length as the drop in height on the platform you're on. So just use Rush Coil and you should reach it fine. That white robot I shot is a lot like the first white robot I shot. The first one caused rain, and the second one, if you hit him with the Freeze Cracker, he makes everything snow. And why does it matter if the area is snowing instead of, you know, raining? Well, this next area we're going to, if it's raining, we can only see like a small bubble surrounding Mega Man. We can't see any of the platforms that were... Or not this area, not yet, but there's an area where everything is hidden except for like this small area where Mega Man is. And so you have to be really careful with your steps because if you go too forward when the platform ends, you'll never see it in time and you'll fall and it sucks. So if you use Freeze Cracker on that white robot, the area is going to be a lot better to see. This is the area. This is the area that we can see a lot better thanks to the snow. This place reminds me of Airman stage from Mega Man 2, if only because of the birds with the eggs, and at the end there's these fan guys who try to suck you in. And it's in the sky, and there's platforms, and whatever. Use Rush Coil to get up here and reach a free man, but keep going left for the U in Rush. Booyah! So now we got Ruh. We just need the S in Junkman stage, which will be in the next part. Personally, I love to let those eggs hatch and then shoot the animals inside, because that way we have a better chance of collecting a lot more bolts. And bolts, as I was starting to talk about before I got to Burst Man, are the currency in the game. They're what you use to buy things in Otto's shop. And, you know, you'll want to collect as many as possible. Killing enemies for bolts is always a good idea. As for what items you can buy, I'm going to save that for later when I actually visit the shop, but, you know, I just figured I'd mention the shop now so that people who play can know about it. I know that whistle! Proto Man! It's been a while, Mega Man. Here is a little information. Your weapons can be used to discover hidden areas. Try using the flame weapon in the woods. Thank you for your advice, Proto Man. I shall take that into consideration. Yes, Proto Man's in the game, and why did I run into him? Well, to show you him, of course, but if you want to get one of the extra weapons in the game, you have to run into him now. I mean, you can run into him any time, but, you know, it's best you run into him in Cloudman stage when you play Cloudman stage. But we'll see him again later on. Just, these fan enemies, they're sucking you in. Keep running back. Don't let them kill you. The birds, as always. Not fun. And now we come to Cloudman, rather. And Cloudman can be killed by Burst Man's weapon. Go figure. Now, the burst weapon is like a bubble that shoots up into the air, and, it's pretty useless for everything else. I mean, it can, like, trap enemies and send them away, but for Cloudman here... all you have to do is keep jumping and shooting him with it every time lightning starts to flash, and that's pretty much it. He has a pattern where he'll actually try to suck you in and shoot lightning along the ground and other moves, but with Mega Man 7 and onwards, every boss master has a pattern that can get exploited by the weapons, and it's fun. See you in Part 3.